Hello.
Salut!
Ahoy.
Hola!
Welcome to Sound of Mobility, a project funded by Erasmus Plus and the European Union through the French National Agency, where we will help you explore travel opportunities for young people.
With the help of ESN Spain, Rural Youth Europe, ESN France, European Dialogue and Jedang.
Keep listening to gain skills and get inspired to go abroad. Hello dear listeners, my name is Enzo and I do my volunteering in ESN France. I will be your interviewer today. In this episode, we're introducing the topic of how to create your community abroad. So, we'll through topics like friendship and love before ending with a list of useful tips.
So, hello, thanks for having me here. My name is Lucía. I came here with ESN Spain and I did my Erasmus exchange in 2021 in Germany.
Hi, my name is Jana. I'm from Latvia and I'm here with organization Rural Youth Europe. And I haven't done like a really long Erasmuses, only for like 1 week, but it's still an experience.
My name is Zoe. I come from France. I'm here with ESN Paris. I did an Erasmus in Budapest in 2021.
So, thank you. We know when we arrived in a new country, it's like difficult to meet people, to make encounters. So, how to get supported, the first step if you feel alone, and what is the first step to create your community during your Erasmus experience?
It was one of my main questions when I moved to Budapest also. Like, what can I do if I don't make any friends? But I had a cheated code because I came with someone from my university. But I think you don't stay on these things and say, okay, I know someone, I will stay like that and we will see. No, you need at the beginning of the experience to force yourself to see other people's, to meet people, because if you're lazy or if you say, oh no, I'm too shy, you will miss the whole experience.
I actually really agree on like depending on yourself about just doing it, because I'm an extrovert too, but like when I go abroad, it's always really stressful. And sometimes I just lose my confidence and I don't know what I will do. But like, I just need to get like out of the frame, just be more confident, and then everything will happen.
When I listen to you guys, girls, sorry, it look like you live with your Erasmus with a lot of friends. So, how did you meet your first friend?
My first friend is still to this day one of my closest friends. She's a girl from Italy. And I did Erasmus after pandemic, so there was not much social stuff happening in the street. So the Organization for International Students in my city organized a video call, a Zoom, for us to have drinks with a distance and meet new people. So by the end of that call, we were like 12 people. Everyone left the video call and we kept talking. And then we talked more and we realized we were living in front of each other. So we met after the call and then we met the next day and yeah.
So cool. Like mine was my flatmate. When we entered on the flat, there was already a guy and he was French, but that's not a big deal. And he introduced us to his best place, first of all, and after to his group of friends. And we became all friends together and we are still friends now. And that's so nice.
Yeah, so my first exchange was with Romanians, and for a really long time, I really wanted to learn like Romanian, and I was really passionate about it. So when I found out that I will be like on Erasmus with Romanians, I was really excited. And when I like got there, I just opened the door and said, "Can you teach me some Romanian?" And we like talked for 2 hours. Like just exchanging phrases and everything, and by that we just become friends.
I think that this is a whole experience that, you know the saying that if you're afraid to do something, just do it, but while being afraid? Like even if you're scared, just do it.
You know, because like the other person will be scared too. Like I'm scared, but like they are scared to like make new friendships too. They don't know what to do. So it's the same for everyone, and we just need to like step out of the comfort zone.
So yeah, Jana, you spoke about the language. Well, it's really a big barrier when you need to make some friendship or like to encounter new people.
Well, when I met Romanians, like they have really strong accent, and they didn't know English really good, and so I felt like really sad for them. But so I wanted to help some, like, in some way. So I just started to talking with really bad accent, and actually by that we like understood ourselves better.
I have the feeling like I've been studying a lot of languages in my life, and the only way of for a person to learn a language well is just practicing. Like one of my friends from Erasmus, she was from South Korea. She was like really slow in her language, in her English and stuff. It took her 2 weeks to be really great at English because she just kept coming with us to do stuff. Like after 2 weeks, she was perfect in English and everyone could understand her. It's like you should never give up with the trying.
Yeah, exactly. I was ashamed of my French accents, but as anyone cares, you just speak and continue, and it's become better and better, and you feel more confident, and the sentences come faster in your mind. So no, just like, I think it's not a barrier. It's a barrier you put to yourself, but in fact, it's not.
Yeah, also like that with the accent, something that I've been trying to live with is that my accent is a part of me, is a part of where I'm from. Is like, why should we be ashamed of our accent while speaking any language?
Yeah, I think it just makes us unique.
Yeah.
And like, how do we learn languages? Like, we need to speak, we need to communicate. Like, it's the best way of learning. So I think we need to look at the like question of barrier from like different aspect, just like as learning, not as like stepping back and just not being friends with them.
Yeah, and if people don't understand you, they will just say, and you can repeat or find another way to say what you want to say. So there is always another way.
Yeah, worst case, we have Google Translate.
Okay. And what are the advantages to having friends abroad?
For me, I really love that I was living in Germany, but I did not only discover German culture. Like we would be, as I said, it was pandemic time, so there was not clubs or places to go out. So we would be cooking every day together, and we were eating food from all around the world, from Argentina, Taiwan, Romania. It was so great that you're not learning one, but like many different cultures. That's why I think that it's really cool not to stay with a group of friends only from your home country.
Now we have beds all around the planet and special guides just for us.
That's for free.
And I think it's a part of the fact that say that we also have their knowledge about their culture that's make it unique, and you learn from them, they learn from you, and it's just a sharing moment, and it's so nice.
Yeah, I think I can really agree on the culture part and the beds, because like at least you don't need to pay. But another thing that I really like is that, for example, for me, I feel more open-minded when I talk to like people from other nations, because like everyone has like different understandings of world and everything, and we just become more. The IQ is getting higher. Yes, higher. Thank you. Yes, we have a really big brain.
You know, in your country, sometimes like all friend becomes all family. It's the same in Erasmus
I think
abroad.
it's even bigger because you don't have your family there. Yeah. So I don't know how to explain it, because before going on an exchange, I would make fun of people saying my family, and then I was that person, because the feeling is exactly that. They are the people supporting you. There's like, they are where you go when you need help with anything.
Exactly, and I think abroad you have two family, your friends, which become a family because they are here for you when your family counts. And there is also ESN family for me, because I met some of my friends due to ESN events, and that's true that volunteers and even the other Erasmus students are here for you at each part of the experience. And I meet there more than my roommates, my flatmates. Like, we spend all our time together, basically, like all the week together. So yes, at time they become a family. You know them perfectly.
I think it's also like a big point that when you're doing an exchange, the friends that you do, they are also doing an exchange. Like they're in the same exact life situation as you are. So it's really easy for your friends, like your exchange friends, to empathize.
Yeah, and I have a question like you have more friends like foreigners like you in Erasmus or something or more local person?
I think that was a problem for me. I met few Hungarians and I spend more time with international people because it's a problem of rhythm of life.
It's the rhythm of life.
Yeah, they have more courses than you. They have already a lot of friends there, their life, and they don't have as time as you and as time for you than international people can. So yes, unfortunately, and I regret it. I only have my buddy and her friend, and they wanted to learn French, and they make me discover the city and good place, and we stay in touch right now again still. And I hope she will come soon in France.
Yeah, well, I can say that like when I started doing Erasmuses, I really thought that I have like more friends abroad than in my home country, because it's funny, but you know, like Latvians are really calm, but like I have, like I'm not the one of the calm Latvians, and I really need to like have the fun and everything, and like the like people from other nations, they were like more happier about life and just more passionate about it. Like it's so sad that everybody like lives in like different country and we can't see them every day. Of course there's like we can call on videos and everything, but it's
Yeah. Okay, and how to stay in touch after Erasmus ends?
So that's actually the sad part about having friends from different countries. Like I haven't seen my friend from South Korea since I left, and it's normal because we're far. But at least here in Europe, that's really cheap to travel around. We've been trying to visit each other and see ourselves more often. And the whole group, we try to have also like a video call once a year. And at least for now, it's working out. So I just hope it stays like that. I mean, I think if you make the effort, it can work out.
Yeah, and I'm really agree about the different life spots. Like I feel that during Erasmus, it's another life. Like we are not the same, and we are like out of time. So when you come back to your real life, it's difficult to manage with the schedules of everyone and to find time and motivation to travel to them or them to you. But we succeeded with my friends. I visited them twice and they came to France once. So I think if you want to stay in touch, you will, in any case, even if it's a long distance relation. If you want to keep the contact of someone with social media and stuff, as you said, it's possible. When I came back home, it was really difficult. This part say maybe I will not see them anymore. Like as you, I have some friends from Singapore, and I'm not planning to visit them for long. So we are thinking about doing the halfway each, but it's a long-term project, and I'm still afraid to say, okay, maybe we didn't saw since 2 years. Maybe we can't have a conversation anymore.
I actually have an experience about this.
Yeah, tell us.
So, first of all, like something you need to be aware of is that you are not going to see that person as often as you dream while being on Erasmus. Because we were like, yeah, we're going to see each other every 2 months. Be realistic on this. It's not going to happen. But I met with a friend from Finland after 2 years. And like, we had a crazy Erasmus life. Like, we were going out like almost every night. We were going to sleep really late. And then we were adults after this life. So we stopped with this crazy life. But when we met again, it's like we went back in time and we started having the same idea.
Exactly. Like it was the same for me. I visited my friend in Lisbon, and it was like Erasmus again.
It's like the time in the middle just went away.
And when you see them again, it's like you saw them yesterday. There is like no gap time.
Okay, we talked about friendship, friends. Now we talked about something more personally, like love. So, is falling in love abroad is a possibility?
friends of mine, she came on her new house for the Erasmus, and one of the guy from the first semester was here, but for 1 week only. They met because they were like flatmates, and during this 1 week, I don't know what happened, but they fell completely in love. And during her Erasmus time, she visited him, he visited her, and now she's Portuguese, but she moved to Germany just to be with him.
So cute.
It's so cute.
That's really cute.
But for me, it could be like we were talking about a language barrier, and I don't know if I could fall in love with someone which doesn't speak my mother tongue.
We were actually talking about this with some friends the other day because it's somehow weird to express some things in another language.
And you don't know how much I'm fun.
Yeah, like, do you know this conversation from Modern Family? It's one of my favorite memes ever in a series. It's a Colombian woman living in the US, and she's like, "You don't know how smart I am in Spanish." That's me. The thing is, like, even though I know all the words in the other language, is that as if I don't feel them as much as if I'm saying them in my mother tongue.
But a really interesting thing about love, it does crazy things. And like, if people really love each other, like, they will learn the language. They will think of a way how to get out of this like language barrier. Just so they will find a way how to communicate. So they just are in love.
I actually have two people in my family. My uncle, he's from Spain, and he got married to a German girl, and when they met, he was not able to speak anything but Spanish, and the girl did not speak Spanish. And they fell in love without being able to communicate, basically. And now she speaks perfect Spanish and he speaks perfect German. So they have been together for like 42 years. So yeah, I think the answer to the question is yes, it is a possibility.
So if you want to be bilingual, just start dating an international person.
Do you know the point is that I want that my kids are bilingual.
Yeah, and you speak about the language. Today we are in the modern world and we have dating apps. So how to take advantage of a dating app?
Yeah, we just talked about the language point. If you want to be better in a language, just like the flirting does a difference. It's a different way to approach a language.
Exactly. And I think it's helped me to improve my English personally, to date some guys during my Erasmus time. And it's also part of the experience to like create anecdotes.
Just do it for the plot. But be safe using dating apps, and always tell a friend of yours
where you're going, when, and give your phone number. That's really important.
Mhm.
And make sure that it's a real profile.
We talk about this relationship and what happened after when you leave the country you are for your Erasmus to this relationship?
It's awful.
It's really sad. I think people cry a lot. I think there should be a study on how much people cry when they fell in love abroad. I only know two experiences. One of them ended up really great because they ended up moving in together in the same country, same experience that Zoe told. And the other one, they tried to visit each other for like a couple months, and it was nice, but then they just realized they didn't want to make the effort. I feel like you should just be thankful for the story that you experienced and take the experience for your next and future relationships.
Yes, exactly. I was with a guy at the end of my Erasmus. We met like 1 month before I left, and it was like decided at the beginning that we didn't want a long distance relationships. But there is a difference between what you say and the fact. When you leave, you want to stay in touch, and when you cut the link, it can be really difficult.
It's like, it's the same as the friendships, as we talked. Like, in Erasmus, it's like a whole different world. And you're like in contact like almost every day.
It's really intense.
Yes, that's the point. And the emotions, they're really high. But when you leave, you will not be able to see each other every day. And like the phone thing, texting and just video chatting, it doesn't work for everyone. And a lot of people just lose interest by that.
And the difference between friendship and having a partner abroad is that I can deal with the fact that I will not see a friend during 2 years, but don't see my partner more than 1 month. It's not possible. And I'm too poor to travel all around Europe. Just
Yeah, that's also a big thing, that long distance relationships are made for rich people. Because if you have enough money, it's gonna work perfectly.
Okay, thank you for this. And this experience, your Erasmus journey, look like amazing and a huge learning thing. And what this journey changed in your life?
I changed my lifestyle completely. Like, I had been living in my student city for 2 years and a half, and I hadn't visited anything, like any monument, literally any museum. I was only like going to bars with friends every week, the same life. And after my exchange, it was when I entered the organization where I am right now, ESN. And in 1 year, after 6 months of coming back, I had visited everything in the city. I was doing like different stuff every week. It's like you realize somehow how much you can experience also in your city that you've been missing out. Because I was only 6 months in a city in Germany, and I knew every street, every museum, every monument.
I think it's the same for me. That's why I joined ESN too, because I wanted to keep the link with international community. Like when you experience something like an Erasmus, you can't just come back to your life and say, okay, now I will only stay with, for me, French people all the time. I wanted to continue to learn English, and it changed also my way to go out, as you, I think. Like, I was normally going always to the same club, and I joined ESN and the partnerships group, so we try to find new places, and I just discovered new places on my own city that I didn't know, but I come from Poitiers, and Poitiers is not that huge, so it's just obligates you on a way to go outside your comfort zone, and that's so nice.
Yeah, so basically I can say that like the whole mindset changes. Like we become like really different persons. We even develop like different personality traits. And like as you said, we just want to develop. Like in Erasmus, we see people similar to us, and like we look at them and we get inspired, and we just know that we need to make some change in our lives. So I think that like the best thing is that it really helps us in our development.
I think as human beings, we are just creating ourselves with little pieces of things that we learned from other people. So, and that's actually why learning languages should be like the main goal of everyone, because the more languages you speak, the more different people you're gonna be able to learn from.
And after this long journey, do you have some tips you can give to your listener for the Erasmus?
I think the first point is, as we said several times, you must step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's a great abstract.
Really abstract, yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and I think that another really good tip is that don't make friends only from your country. Because like when you stay just with your country, you're in your comfort zone. You feel really comfortable, and you don't want to do anything else. So you just need to step out of the box.
And you already know the culture of your own country, so you will less learn things.
My tip could be find your safe person. And I think it's really nice if they speak your mother tongue. Because as we said before, there are some things that are easier for us to express in our mother tongue. When you have no idea how to solve a problem, at least you know you have this person.
And as we speak about safety, guys, be safe and be sure your friends are safe as well. Like, it's really important to be, you're a group, maybe stay in groups sometimes, like just look at each other all the time, because we don't know, crazy thing can still happen. So you are a family, so take care of the member of your family.
I really love this tip is don't invite too many people from your country to visit you. 6 months is the average time people do Erasmus. So if you're only there for 6 months and you have people visiting you for a total amount of 1 month, you're missing 1 whole month of your exchange.
And I think another really good tip is, as we repeated all the time, don't be ashamed about how you speak your second language. Like, we're unique. Like, that's the way how like we make ourselves unique, and people love accents.
And maybe a last point, a last tips. We talked a lot about learning a new culture. So do different activities. It's really nice to study. It's important. It's amazing to party. But there is some other things to do. Like you can. It's a moment to travel and explore another part of the world, or just have some cultural activities. You're in a new city. You must discover your new space.
I was never a hiking person before my exchange. And one day my friends were like, okay, come on, but let's go hiking. And I was like, okay, but I think I'm going to die after 10 minutes. And then it was amazing.
So this is it for today. This was really fun to discover about. Thank you, Lucía, Zoe and Jana, for joining me today. We really hope this episode motivated you to do your mobility. And if you like this content, don't forget to follow us along. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. We believe you enjoyed the episode. So make sure you subscribe. Here's a taste of our next adventure.
When it comes to mental health, when you push yourself to do something like that and it pays off and it works, it's like one of the best things that can ever happen, because you're so proud of yourself. It really builds up your confidence.
Yeah.
I think my biggest light bulb moment was when I realised that my biggest obstacle in life is myself.
We are glad that you're traveling with us.
Have a nice trip with Son of Mobility.
Disclaimer. Views and opinions expressed are, however, those of the authors only and do not necessarily reflect those of the European Union or the European Education and Culture Executive Agency. Neither the European Union nor the European Education and Culture Executive Agency can be held responsible for them.